Shalom, shalom, Yasharallah. Shalom, shalom, Yasharallah. Giving all honor and glory to Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, Barakatai, the Hawada for the Rakah, Kodash, the Hawada for our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Yaquab, the Hawada, Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, for the hopeful elect, the 1/3, the house of David, the 144,000, the men of David, the men of the elect of the house of King David that's out in the highways and the byways doing this work in sincerity and in truth, presenting their bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, of Mashiach, Barakatai, the Hawada for the Yaquat, Shizan Yasharallah, Shalawah. Another Meek Service report. Babylon is falling. Babylon, open borders, open walls, a failing dollar, an economic collapse, woes and woes and woes and woes, great debt, great evil, all hell breaking loose here in the daughter of Babylon. That's the report. It's looking real grimace for USA. It's looking real grimace for the good old USA. Spiritual Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, Rome, Greece, Nineveh, Assyria, Samaria, USA. It's looking grimace. It's looking grimace on in every way. Babylon is looking grimace. The daughter of Babylon is looking grimace in every way. In every way. And it's all the will. This is the will. You got to understand, this is the will of the Father, Yahweh. Abba Yahweh, He is, He exists, He is to be, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, who is a so-called black man from the tribe of Yahweh, from the nation of Yasharallah. Right? This is His will. This is the will. This is the will. And it will be done. His will shall be done. His will shall be done, Yasharallah. I hope you're paying attention. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, I hope you repented and been therefore converted and turned to the law, statutes, commandments, and judgments. Turn to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. I hope, because you went for a hell of a ride. Okay, so let's start off in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. We're going to watch a clip, just to add, we're going to watch a clip as well. So every precept that I bring out is through the spirit of the Rakah Kodash, and I give all honor and glory to Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach Barakatai. I'm just a meek servant. This is a meek service report. This is a meek servant's read along. We will check out a clip, but before we check out the clip, I want to bring out precepts so Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai can be justified in His sayings. So the precept that I'm bringing out is in reference to the clip. We watch clips, we bring out precepts that's in reference to what we watch. We prophesy the downfall of Esau, Edom, and these heathens' kingdom. Okay? All right, Jeremiah 51 and 57. You got to be reading out of KJV 1611 edition, 1611. and I will make drunk her princes. Okay, and talking about the princes of Babylon, of America, her generals, her captains, her lieutenants, her president, her senate, her house, her leaders, her rulers, her president, Sleepy Joe, Dementia Joe, okay, the rulers of Babylon, the rulers of this earth, the wicked, Esau, Edom, started with the Baker family, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPont, the Getty. Salakia, Yasha. And the Most High is making them drunk. He's taking the wisdom out of Edom, the Edomites, the so-called white man, your lover. And I will make drunk her princes, meaning her rulers, right? And her wise men. Elon Musk, he's supposed to be a wise man of Edom. You see? That's one of the wise men amongst others. Okay, you got Jeff Bezos amongst other wise men, her astrologers, okay, her scientists, her mad scientists, her meaning America, this woman, this whore, Lady Liberty, right? Her is Lady Liberty, this whore, that woman, America is that woman. And I will make drunk her princes and her wise men, her captains and her rulers, you see, and her mighty men, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep. Okay, this is Prophet Jeremiah prophesying the downfall of Babylon, ancient Babylon, and America is the daughter of Babylon. She get it from her mama. You see, America get it from her mama. She get it from her mama. You see, that's why she the daughter. She the daughter of Babylon. She get it from her mama because she followed in the same footsteps of her mother. Okay? The same idolatry, the same hoardism through her policies, through her democracy. Okay, through her customs and her ways. Okay, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep and not wake, said the king, whose name is the Elohim of hosts. The Most High say, thus said the Elohim of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon. You see, her walls is wide the hell on open. Her border is wide open, Yasharala. This was all prophesied to happen. Anybody can come through. They sending for people to come through here. They letting them all in. Yeah. Just come in. Yeah. Letting them all come in, Yasharala. That's what's going on. It's all in the book. Thus said the Elohim of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon, the broad walls of America, the broad walls of USA shall be utterly broken. Her walls is broken. DJ Trump keep talking about open border policy. The broken walls of Babylon, you see. Her high gates shall be burnt with fire. And that's going to be the final judge, the final plague, that the fire right through these nuclear missiles. And the people shall labor in vain. Right now, the people are laboring in vain. With this inflation, they working for nothing. They working and can't still pay a mortgage. They working and still can't pay rent. Working and still can't buy food in Israel. Work and still can't pay your light and your water bill. You see, working 16 hours a day, 20 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. You see, and still can't stay afloat. All the working you do is all vain. It's vanity. Vanity is vain. Your work is vain. Your labor in America is vain. It's vain. Thus said Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, you see. And the folk and the fire, you see, and they shall be weary. And Americans are weary. The Egyptians are weary. Americans are very weary. They are weary. These Americans, they are weary. Thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, right? Thus said the Bible. So Jeremiah wrote in a book. You see, this is Prophet Jeremiah, a Hebrew Israelite. All the evil, all the bad times that should come upon America, even all these words that are written against America, you see? Because Babylon is the good old USA. If you didn't know, it's the land of confusion. Because Babel mean what? Confusion. And line mean land. This is the land of confusion. And Jeremiah said to Sariah, when thou comest to Babylon, and shall see when they come to America, you see, through the open borders, you see, and shall see and shall read all these words. See, when they come to Babylon, they see what the prophets is bringing up is going to be faithful and true. Because we come and thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? Then shall I say, O Elohim, thou hast spoken against this place. See, the Most High, that's what we telling our people. We warning the Israelites. We warning you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans with Indian, Taino, Negro descent by the pedigree, by the seed of your father, Numbers 18, and where we've been scattered in the four quarters of the four winds of the earth. We warning the Israelites. We telling them what's going to befall the daughter of Babylon. Nothing but evil, and evil is coming, right? Ezekiel 75. Only bad times is coming here, Israel. We don't, that's the good report. The good report is evil, and only evil is come. Doom and gloom. Only doom and gloom. That's the good report, Israel. Because that's going to bring your salvation. Bad times in America gonna bring on your salvation. Gonna bring on Yahweh Shai returning in the chariots in the blast of World War III. You see? Then shall thou say, O Elohim, Yahweh Bashar Shai, thou hast spoken against this place. The Most High spoke against the daughter of Babylon, Israel, to cut it off. You see, America, you got to cut off that cancer. You got to cut these Edomites out. You got to cut this whole off. That none shall remain in it, you see? This has to say in the book of Amos 9 and 8. And we can bring out more precepts. None shall remain in it, neither man nor beast. Because when these nukes hit Babylon, that's going to be all she wrote. Only the 1/3 gonna be beamed up in the chariots in the clouds with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the host of heaven. But that it should be desolate forever. You see, America gonna be desolate forever. And it should be when thou hast made an end of reading this book, that thou shalt bind a stone to it. You see, and cast it into the midst of Euphrates. And thou shalt say, thus shall Babylon sink. America is going to sink. You see? And shall not rise from the evil that I will bring upon her. So the Most High will bring evil upon this place. I think they had a shooting during the Kansas City Chiefs parade. Ain't nothing but evil coming upon this place, Israel. Just wait for it. The Most High said, watch it for you. And they shall be weary. Thus far, all the words of Jeremiah. See, this was going on, Yashawala. Let's take a look at this little clip. And we're going to bring out some more precept, right? The collapse of Babylon, right? That's what's going on. That's what's going on, Yashawala. The collapse. You seeing the collapse. That's what you're saying.
Me, then you should be very worried about what's coming, guys. I think people are missing a major piece of this, the China part of this development. I wanted to bring you this big news this morning out of the U.S. banking sector. This is something that I've been warning you about for a while now, and it's about to get serious. We are about to see some serious stuff hit the fan. If you're in the 1%, then you're probably going to be fine. You're about to probably make a lot more money. But if you're like me, then you should be very worried about what's coming, guys. I think people are missing a major piece of this, the China part of this development, which we now have our clearest sign yet that the United States dollar is in real trouble. We're going to show you what China has been doing that has me very worried and what the United States is lying about, quite frankly. Oh, rates are coming down? Nothing to worry about. Oh, really? Get ready because this data is frightening or really exciting, like I said, if you're in the 1%, because you're about to get a lot richer. But most people will not. Most people will get hurt really hard. So we'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to be very clear. The US dollar is not going to collapse overnight. Large structures don't just suddenly collapse. Cracks and fissures, along with a controlled demolition, bring down large structures. And in this metaphor,
So it's already collapsed. He's trying to be, what they say, wishful thinking. It's already done. It's finished. You're going to wake up and no dollar. Let's get the book of Habakkuk or Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse number 6. The Most High say, shall not all these take up a parable against him? You see China, who is Moab, that's the Most High washpot, right? China, that washpot, Moab. The Moabites, they dumping U.S. treasure, trillions of dollars, you see? Shall not all these take up a parable against him? Talking about Esau Edom, your lover. And a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him, you see, that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. Dip, right? Ibatya in the Paleo Hebrew, thick clay, Ibatya. Right? It means dip, D-E-B-T. America is in dip. This money is no good. You could start burning it tonight, damn near. It's no good, Israel. Let's get back to this clip.
the large structure is the U.S. economy. And make no mistake about it, a controlled demolition, that's what you're watching right now. The US dollar will cease to exist as we know it and will become a digital dollar controlled by Wall Street instead of the US Treasury. That is happening whether you like it or not. That ship has sailed and is actually much further along than most Americans even know about. So that's happening. And as Putin said last week in his interview with Tucker Carlson, the US is destroying the dollar with its own.
And we just read Prophet Jeremiah that she shall sink, Babylon shall sink. You see, he just talked about America sinking, the dollar sinking. It's all in the BIBLE. It's sinking because it hit the iceberg already. She going beneath. You see?
Own hands, he said. He's spot on correct about this.
Look at what is going on in the world. Even the United States allies are now downsizing their dollar reserves. Seeing this, everyone starts looking for ways to protect themselves. I think it is complete foolishness from the point of view of the interests of the United States itself and its taxpayers, as it damages the U.S. economy, undermines the power of the United States across the world. Do you even realize what is going on or not?
You see, that's them. All these nations is taking that taunting proverb against America. We just read that in Habakkuk. Let's be repetitive. You hear what Vladimir Putin is saying, right? They say, shall not, we're just being repetitive, we're being repetitive. Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him? Something about Esau Edom, which Vladimir Putin is an Edomite as well. God, but he represents Gog and Magog. You got Esau going against Esau, right? The book of Mark 3:25 going to that. If Satan rises up against Satan, it's going to have an end, right? A house divided, right? And say, woe to him, you see, that increase it. Talking about America, talking about Esau Edom. That which is not his, how long? And to him that laid it himself with thick clay. Because the Most High got these Edomites in derision. Okay, the Most High is laughing at them. He have taken the wisdom out of Edom. Let's get Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 8. The Most High say, shall I not in that day, said the Elohim, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? You see, that's what Putin was saying. America they're not being wise. They're not making wise decisions. They destroying their own nation, their own country. It's being destroyed from with the inside. There's no more wisdom in this man. Look at Sleepy Joe at the wheel. He already sleeping on the wheel. Shall I not in that day, said the Elohim, Yahweh Bashar, even destroy the wise men out of Edom. So the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he's bringing the destruction upon this place. He's taking the wisdom out of Edom on the left-hand side and understanding out of the mount of Esau. Okay, that's what's going on, Israel. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end. You see, that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter, because it's judgment time on these devils, on these Edomites, on the daughter of Babylon, and on these heathens. It's judgment time, Yasharala, and we constantly warning. We constantly sounding the alarm, constantly blowing the trumpet, right? We constantly warning Yasharala. Okay? Okay, the Most High say in Jeremiah 51 and 6, flee out of the midst of Babylon. Talking about the USA, spiritually, right? And deliver every man his soul. You see, there you go. So delivering yourself, meaning your soul, coming back to the knowledge and wisdom and understanding, coming back to the law, statutes, commandments, and judgment, coming back to your culture, your heritage, coming back to the true power, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, or Mashiach. Be not cut off in her iniquity. See, in America iniquity, America sins. You don't want to burn in America sins, Israel. For this is the time of the Elohim vengeance. You see, that's what you see in everything you seeing and hearing. It's all about Yahweh's vengeance upon the sinful kingdom, upon these heathens where Israel been scattered in the four corners of the four winds of the earth amongst every nation. He will render unto her, this whore, Lady Liberty, that woman, a recompense. Babylon had been a golden cup. America had been a golden cup in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai hand that made all the earth drunken. You see, they made the damn earth drunken of their philosophies, of their ideology, of their democracy, off of their pagan ways and pagan days, off of their alphabet agenda. You see, the nation have drunken of her wine, their philosophy. There you go. The wine of the philosophy, her ideology, her indoctrination. You see, therefore the nations are mad. They mad. These other nations, they are mad. M-A-D-D, Israel. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, Yasharala. The Most High got these heathens in derision. The Most High said in the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 4, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. See, the Most High, he's sitting in the heavens. You see, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? The Elohim shall have them in derision. You see? The Most High is mocking these Edomites. You see? He having Esau in derision. They don't know if they going or they coming. Joe Biden don't know if he going or he coming. He don't know if he falling down or standing up. That's what's going on right about now, Yasharala. If you ain't seeing it and getting it, this ain't for you.
Does anyone in the United States realize this? What are you doing? You're cutting yourself off. All experts say this.
Before I show you this new data out of China, I want you to understand something about the US Treasuries. As my grandma used to say, US Treasuries are the one, safest investment in the world. They're issued by the US government and they're backed by the full faith and credit of the US government. So you should invest in them, right? Well, as of this video, the amount of US Treasuries outstanding is less than 26 trillion. In the fall, that number was over 30 trillion. Where did that 4 trillion go? The answer is they dumped it. They got rid of it. The biggest foreign holders of these treasury bills, Japan, China, Saudi Arabia, the UK, they're selling them off. Normally, with these treasuries, they give the United States money and they expect to be paid back with interest. So the United States gets this money from China and then sends it off to Ukraine and other places. As Senator Rand Paul said, this is madness.
But it's irresponsible to simply borrow more money. To borrow the money from China, simply to send it to Ukraine, makes no sense and makes us weaker, not stronger.
Okay, but this isn't news. But the big news is that China is dumping U.S. treasuries like a bad habit, on pace to
See, China don't give a damn about USA. China's that wash pot. See, China's that wash pot for Abba Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? The Most High say in the book of Psalms 108 and 9, and Moab is China. So when you hear China, it's Moab. Moab is my wash pot. You see, over Edom, over the so-called white man, over America. There you have it in the book, in the Bible. Moab, China is my wash pot over the so-called white race, over America. You see? Edom. Moab is my wash pot over Edom. Will I cast out my shoe over the Philistia? Will I triumph? Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? Because the Most High control these rulers. He said the king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. I'm butchering it up. Let's just get it. Let me read it verbatim. What did I say? That's in the book of Proverbs, I think. The Most High controlling it all, Israel. He's controlling Xi Jinping. He's controlling Vladimir Putin. He's controlling Kim Jong-un. He's controlling Sleepy Joe. Okay, let's get that precept to prove it, though. The Most High say, the king's heart is in the hand of the Elohim. There you go. As the river, and the heart mean their mind. He control their mind. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. You see? So the Most High is running the show, Yasharala. The Most High, Abba Yahweh, the great king, Yahweh Shah Mashah, they controlling it all, right, Israel? You can't make this up. You watching the clip. You see what's going on. You see what's going on, Israel. We're not making this up. This is the will of Abba Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The Most High saying Daniel 4:17, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, you see? And the demand by the word of the holy ones, you see? To the intent that the living may know, you see? The living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So the Most High is calling the shots. Esau is the sword of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah Mashiach. He using Moab to be that wash pot over Edom. And give it to whosoever he will. He set it up over it, the basis of men. And Esau is the basis of men, of all men. Tell you that in the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 8, Israel. So that's it, Yasharallah. I hope that this lesson was edification and exaltation, right? Give it all honor and glory to Abba Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Shalom.
Unload most, if not all of them, by the end of fiscal year 2024. And they're ramping up massive stimulus because the economy is crapping the bed right now. We just got the November numbers, which are the latest numbers of the U.S. Treasuries, and they took a huge dump. Many more countries have been selling billions of dollars worth of U.S. Treasuries. China's U.S. Treasury holdings fell to just under $800 billion. That's a huge decline. It's the lowest in 20 years. And as we've shown you here on the show, China has been selling off U.S. treasuries for over 10 years. But what's stunning in this new data is that Beijing just sold off 15% of its entire holdings of U.S. treasuries. If they sold them all at once, it would destroy the United States. And Congress knows it.